What's up? It's Tom. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk about both Friday a bit and Saturday for the Twins because I did not have a system recap last night. I wrote the Twins Daily minor league report. Sometimes I'll double dip and do both, but just didn't have it in me. Obviously, the huge headline from Friday was Luke Keschall's excellent, impressive Major League debut. Unfortunately, Griffin Jacks blew that game and the Twins lost. But I did share sort of the big highlights from Keschall's debut in a short here on YouTube if you're interested in those if you haven't seen it yet. But on the minor league side, there was a few things that stood out. It's not like nothing happened. Jason Doktorczyk, who was the Twins' 9th-round pick last year, making his first pro start. He'd pitched out of the bullpen, but this was his first start. Had awful defense behind him. So he did give up 3 runs. All of them were unearned. Over 5 innings and struck out 10 batters, did Jason Doktorczyk. 10 Ks in 5 innings pitched. Really had the changeup going. He's a big 6'6" right-hander. So that's a guy to sort of put on your radar. On the hitting side, Carson McCusker hit another home run, his 5th of the year for St. Paul. Also drew a walk, drove in 4 in a big St. Paul win. And Aaron Sabato was 4 for 4 with his first home run since joining Wichita. I think he might have hit a homer during his rehab assignment with Fort Myers, but it was a big slate of games today because the Wind Surge had a doubleheader today, and the Colonels got basically delayed yesterday, and then they were continuing that game and then also playing a game today. So a lot happening. I'm recording this video as a couple of these games are in the final stages of finishing up. That might become more of a regular thing around here. I might not wait until everything is all finished. Unfortunately, the result of the Twins game is they lost. They tried to use Justin Topa as an opener and follow with Simeon Woods Richardson, who was the scheduled starter. I don't hate that strategy, other than just from a traditional perspective. It does seem gimmicky and kind of weird and just not normal, right? So I get it. I get if people don't like the idea of that, but I definitely understand the logic. Didn't work great. Justin Topa gave up a run. Simeon Woods Richardson only goes 4 1/3 innings anyway. But the pitching staff only gave up 4 runs, though. So this has been a pretty common discussion point. I'm not saying you're always going to win if you only give up 4 runs. That's sort of a borderline number. But if you give up 4 runs, that's really nothing to be embarrassed about by your pitching staff. Brock Stewart made his debut on the season. I thought he would throw a couple more rehab games because to be honest, I didn't think his stuff looked all that good with Fort Myers when last he pitched. He topped out at 95 point something in that last rehab game, got all the way up to 97.4 in this one. So we've seen him consistently hitting 98 in the past, so it's not like this is as hot as we've seen Brock Stewart before. But that's very encouraging that he was able to take that step forward, and I think it's reasonable to expect him some ramp-up time, so I don't think you can just say, oh, okay, he's ready to step into that 8th inning role for Jacks. But this is a good first step. He did give up a run-scoring hit, but it was a inherited runner. Got a strikeout. Just good to get him out there and get that out of the way. And then Alcala, had some rough edges in this 2-inning outing, but, he's been awful this year. So him not giving up any runs was a good sign. So everybody other than Buxton didn't do much, and they were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring positions. This one is definitely on the lineup in my mind. And, keep in mind, this Braves team had a worse record than the Twins entering tonight. So they've been really struggling. But Buxton goes 3 for 4. Scores a run, drives and run, a triple, stolen base. Very nice. Carlos Correa, just that he's in the lineup is nice. I thought he was going to miss some time potentially. But he hit his first home run of the year as well. So that's great. Luke Keschall had an RBI double, struck out twice. I don't love that he hit second, as I've gotten the notes there. Just like it's his second game. He played second base too, so that was great to see him out in the field. But like, You're already accelerating this guy's timeline, in my opinion. And then to not only just say, hey, come on up and help us out here. Give us a hand. Do what you can. But to put him in the 2-hole and basically be you're facing the defending Cy Young winner. And, oh, by the way, we need you to help us win this ball game. Like, you're actually a very important piece of our picture this evening. And I think that's just like a lot to put on a guy. But on the other hand, like, nothing has ever seemed to bother Luke Peschl yet. So I suppose just keep piling stuff on him until he looks uncomfortable. And he got a double off of Chris Sale to score a run. So, take that for what it's worth. I think, the Twins are without a lot of guys right now, and especially against a left-handed pitcher. He's a right-handed hitter. You can see the logic there to elevate him in the lineup, but it just makes me a little concerned that they're putting too much on him too early. He hit 2 balls in excess of 100 miles per hour, as did Buxton tonight. So, and of course, on Friday, he was remarkable. Luke Peschl looking good, definitely. Twins lose, though. Again, just a huge slate of minor league games. These are all the final lines from the starting pitchers. Pablo López on a rehab start with St. Paul in Des Moines. He goes to Des Moines. You don't see tons of major league rehabbers travel when their Saints are playing on the road, but Pablo pitches well, throws 63 pitches, goes 4 2/3 innings. I would imagine his next start is with the Twins, so he barely missed any time. That's awesome. Awesome. You never know with hamstrings. It's so hit and miss. Some guys miss a ton of time, and it's obviously the severity of the injury, but Connor Prelip also pitched tonight, 3 innings, 48 pitches. Kind of seems like his sort of comfort zone right now that they have him in. No walks, 5 strikeouts. Nice. Gave up a solo home run. Good outing. John Klein, 4 shutout innings for the Wind Surge. Tanner Hall only gives up 1 run over 5 innings. Still walking a lot of guys, 4 walks tonight, but that's encouraging. And then Cole Peschl, 15th round pick. We're going to take a look at some highlights of him, but 10 whiffs on his slider alone. 10 swinging strikes on his slider. Darren Bowen, you see down there at the bottom, also pitched well. He followed Prelip in that first game. Finished that off, 4 shutout innings. His ERA is 1.38 to start the year. Look at this baby Pablo López. I just wanted to share this because that's what popped up on his MILB profile. They got old from when he was in the Marlins system, an old picture. Just look at that baby without his beard. He's got hair even. But again, he pitched really well. Here are the numbers there. This sweeper velo is down, but I'm not concerned about that. His four-seam fastball velo was right about where you want it. Obviously, this was a hamstring strain, so not really a big concern. He throws 63 pitches. So again, I'm pretty confident Pablo's next start will be with the Twins. Peschl, again, this is the guy that pitched really well for the Wind Surge today. 2024 15th round pick out of Campbell University. Taking a look at that slider, again, got 10 swinging strikes on that pitch. Definitely a guy who's on my radar now. Bulldog type mentality from Cole Peschl. So going to keep an eye out for him. On the hitting side, Mickey Gasper back with the Saints, or actually with the Saints for the first time, I should say. 2-hit night, hit a double. He was the DH. Rubel Cespedes had a big game in the first Wind Surge outing. That Wind Surge, the second game was in progress, but Kyler Fedko had hit his 4th home run of the season. He already has more homers this year than he did last year. I'm going to need to revisit Kyler Fedko and see what's going on here because that's bananas. Nate Baez had a 3-hit game in the first Colonels game. Danny DeAndrade had a hit and a walk, stole a base, had a double in the game that's in progress right now. Jay Thomason hit his 3rd home run of the year already for the Mussels. Manuel Rodriguez was 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. He had a 113.6 exit velo tonight. Ricardo Olivar for Wichita hit his 1st home run of the season. And here's Jay Thomason. I think he's taking some big daddy hacks, man. And this was one of them, but my goodness, he is swinging out of his shoes in the early going. This is a 111.3 exit velocity. And they've got, it's no gladiator helmet or whatever the Twins are calling the thing they have, but this is the Mighty Mussels, purple Mighty Mussels cowboy hat thing that they have. And they're having a good time with it. Whatever. And the more fun those guys can have, I'm all for it. So, again, some of these games were in progress, but Wind Surge and Mussels were leading those ones, so hopefully they pull it out. That would be a sweep of the day for both of those teams. Mighty Mussels with an 8-0 shutout. But thanks for checking this one out. Really appreciate you. We'll talk again soon.